So people who are actually making fun of me, other realtors, but you know who you are, real estate agent. You were sitting at lunch with somebody, and that somebody said, I love that realtor out of Montreal. And she said, oh, her? She's a wannabe actress.
You were telling us a story about when you first got on Instagram, some of your first videos, some of your friends or some people in your circle gave you some grief, or they were busting your chops. Time. A lot of people, once they hear that negative feedback from family, friends, or anybody, they just quit, right? Or they let it go to their head. How did you fight through that and say, I don't care what these other people think. I'm going to keep going with this?
That's a great question. I guess it was my father echoing in my head when I was a kid. Don't worry, Tat. You're on top of the world. You're number one. You're great. So I really believe in magic too. I believe in all that stuff. The Joe Dispenza, how to, actually that could be him and Tony Robbins are competing against. So Tony Robbins makes it easier for everybody to understand, right? Mm-hmm. Joe Dispenza is way more scientific and technical about everything. He uses backup to prove everything Tony Robbins says. Do you understand? Are
you talking about the law of attraction in general, or?
Yeah, well, breaking the habit of being yourself. That's the name of the book, the first one, Joe Dispenza. Okay, so they're competing, Unleash the Power Within in that book. The thing about breaking the habit of being yourself, Joe Dispenza's book, is that he actually he's showing you the science behind it. Okay, so he's saying, okay, this is the way the brain works. The brain works with the body to produce the outcome. So for example, when a woman thinks of the baby, she could be at the mall. And if she's breastfeeding her baby, she just had a baby, the baby's home. If she thinks about baby, her boob will produce milk and it'll start leaking. And that's why women, sorry about the details, guys, but women wear little pads.
You've got my attention. I'm fully focused here now.
Women wear little pads on their boobs because when they think of their kids, they start leaking. Okay, so that's how powerful the mind is. So if you are mindful of everything that comes out of your mouth, and everything that you are saying, and if you're living in the present and just not dealing with all that crap in the past, then you are constantly working on that. You are your best self. And really, the magic starts to happen. For real, I'm not kidding you. Like, look at my life. And I really do think that's about my father always telling me I'm the best. You're the best. Oh my God, you're the best. He used to say, you are the best. Don't worry, those guys are going to be a bunch of losers one day. You just keep doing what you're doing. So, hearing my father's voice like that and seeing what I had accomplished. Remember, I was an accomplished woman when these people were making fun of me. These were stay-at-home women. And I have nothing against stay-at-home women. There's plenty of women raising children at home. But these are girls that didn't have anything outside of their homes. How could they possibly understand? I just knew what I was doing was going to work, and it did. And therefore, now they look like idiots. I'm a winner. Their kids worship me, and they have to hear my They have to hear my name in their house every single day. So, because those kids are on TikTok.
Usually the people that are critiquing you are doing less than you, right? Never is anybody who's doing more social, more deals, more publicity, more than you is going to critique you.
But check this out. Even the realtors. Okay, when those first TikTok videos started coming out, real estate agents, do you know that my own association came against me? Because it was too much for them. They were like, what is this woman doing? You know, and my association came and I thought, I'm sorry, association, but you were wrong. Because remember, that was 2020. 3 years later, everybody's TikTok 1, 2, 3 or Reels 1. They don't know what they're doing. Meanwhile, what am I doing, guys? I'm laughing all the way to the bank. Why? Because I already did it, honey. And now I'm teaching you all how to do it, and you're actually paying me the big bucks to teach you. So TikTok for realtors, Reels for realtors. These guys don't know what they're doing. So people who are actually making fun of me, other realtors. So there was a realtor, and you know who you are if you're listening to this, a realtor here who was very successful. You're about to slip the name. I can't say the name because then I'd be breaking the code of ethics, right? So... But you know who you are, real estate agent. You were sitting at lunch with somebody, and that somebody said, I love that realtor out of Montreal. And she said, oh, her? She's a wannabe actress. And today, they're making reels. So I'm a winner. So to go back to your question, how would you deal with it? Oh my God, please. The same thing your parents told you. Just ignore. Ignore and do. And follow your instincts, because your instincts are usually right. And that's another thing we don't do. We don't follow our freaking instincts. Follow your instincts. Okay? If you're saying something and you think, that could get me into trouble, chances are it's going to get you into trouble. Follow your instincts. If you're doing something, you're like, that's a little boring, but like, follow your instincts.